They're 7-5. They've won 4 straight. First place in the NFC East. I know they're love-hate. That's the best front 7, in my opinion, right now in the NFL, with the best linebacking duo, Cowboys for real. Cardinals, Packers. Happy birthday, Aaron. He turned 35 yesterday, and I don't think he's a young 35. He has 2 shoulder surgeries, and Mike McCarthy is the first Packer coach to ever be fired in season. I don't think it solves Green Bay's issues. I think it creates new ones. He is sort of an interesting mix, is Aaron, of arrogance, talent, aloof, and difficulty. Ravens, Falcons. Lamar keeps winning. They're currently a 6 seed. They're hot. He's on a 3-game winning streak. And frankly, when I watched Atlanta against Lamar Jackson yesterday, some of that stuff, they just don't know what he's going to do. The element of surprise in football is a real thing. And the Ravens with Lamar right now, Flacco had his strengths, but was predictable. Lamar has his weaknesses, but he's unpredictable. Bears, Giants, best quarterback, Odell. Odell now has 2 40-yard touchdown passes this season. Eli Manning has 0. Yep, he had a 49-yarder yesterday to Russell Shepard in the third quarter. That's 2 on the year. I got to be honest. It kind of had a Nerf football feel to it. Backyard football, but it was fun. Colts, Jaguars. Luck ran out. The first shutout of Andrew Luck's career. I've said this. He is carrying a good, not a great offense. 2 of their best offensive linemen are rookies. They don't have a number 2 receiver. They have a series of C+, B- running backs. And on their big plays early yesterday, penalties negated the play. Browns, Texans, not so dangerous. Yeah, Baker didn't wake up dangerous Sunday. He threw 3 picks in the first half. At one point, he had interceptions on back-to-back plays. Listen, he still had moments. I still contend he throws a great football from the pocket, and he had a couple of beautiful throws, one to Callaway, who fumbled it later. But in the end, just because you have a couple of weeks' success against Atlanta and Cincinnati's defense, Baker, keep the noise down. Don't be gasoline. Be a fire extinguisher. Bills, Dolphins. I didn't watch. Listen, I have to make choices. Every week I have to make choices. I didn't watch that game. Vikings, Patriots. Surprisingly, never a game. Vikings only scored 3 points in the second half. They averaged about 5 yards of pass completion. The Patriots do what they always do. They take away your number 1 weapon. They take away your fastball, Adam Thielen, 5 catches, 28 yards. And what do you have after that? Kirk Cousins, and not much else. Rams, Lions, first to clinch. Yep, Rams 11-1, clinched the NFC West for the 2nd straight year. By the way, they're currently 1 game ahead of the Saints at 10-2, 11-1 and 10-2, in hosting playoff games throughout. Now, the Saints beat them head-to-head, would have a tiebreaker. But if they win out the Rams, all those playoff games in sunny Los Angeles. Panthers, Buccaneers, not super, man. Cam threw 4 picks. That is the most since his rookie season. And it should be noted that you're talking about the 27th best defense in Tampa Bay in the NFL. He took unnecessary risks yesterday. This one's on Cam. I've called him for years roller coaster Cam. Moody people become moody players. This isn't good enough in your 8th year in the NFL. Broncos, Bagels, making their case, as in Case Keenum. Listen, they are right on the Baltimore Ravens' tail. Teams peak at different times. In the last 3 weeks, they've beaten the Chargers, they've beaten the Steelers, and they thumped Cincinnati. Keep your eye on Denver. Chiefs, Raiders, silver and whacked. Raiders 2-10 become the first team in the NFL eliminated from the playoffs. Now, I don't think that's terrible news. I think the Raiders want to go heavy in the draft, although Gruden doesn't have a history of being a great drafter. Jets, Titans, Jets hiding Darnold. Okay, he had a sprained foot. He said 2 weeks ago the foot was fine. and Sam Darnold still not playing, it is real obvious what the Jets are doing. They're telling you, our offensive personnel is the pits. We're not putting Sam Darnold out there. Sam Darnold played linebacker in high school. This is an incredibly tough kid, and the Jets don't want him to take a beating like Josh Rosen. We've seen the Cardinals do this, by the way. They won't let Rosen pass, even when they trail by 3 touchdowns. 49ers Seahawks, rinse and repeat. Seattle now, number 5 in the NFC. Russell Wilson is having a year. Do you realize Wilson has the best passer rating in the NFL since week 3? He's got the second best passer rating in NFL history. Maybe it's because he's 5'11". He plays the position differently. Good Lord, is this guy magic. By the way, Richard Sherman tried to goad him. He didn't buy it. Russell Wilson had one of his best games in what could have been a chatty, cocky week. He didn't bite any of Richard Sherman's quotes. Chargers, Steelers, offsides, offsides, offsides. Last play of the game, Steelers offsides 3 times. They were trying to throw off the Chargers kicker, Michael Bagley, who missed his first field goal, had the second one blocked, and so they're trying to get him, instead of a timeout, they don't have any timeouts to freeze him, they're trying to get offsides and get into his head. And he missed the first, but they were offsides. He made the second, they were offsides. They were offsides again the third time, and he made that kick too. And finally, tonight, Redskins-Eagles, one last chance. Eagles currently 9th in the NFC. They got to win tonight because the remaining games for Philadelphia at the Cowboys, at the Rams, Texans, and the Redskins. So if they do not win tonight, it's over. So Philadelphia, 9th in the NFC, really on the outside looking in. Too many injuries, not dangerous enough on the outside. It's kind of it's a reboot year. Have a nice offseason, reboot it, get healthy, get another wide receiver in free agency or draft one. The Herd brought to you by Geico. Been saving people money on cars for 75 years. They keep it simple. They know what they're doing, want to save money. Go to geico.com. Tomorrow, Andrew Whitworth of the Rams. Best offensive tackle maybe in football, plus the Herd hierarchy.
There's certain guys we say in the locker room, they're going to ball till they fall.